Hi everyone, this is Nitya from Regular Tax OPC Private Limited Company, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to form a private limited company in India, and along with this I'm also covering certain important aspects such as how much time does it require to form a private limited company in India, and what is the total cost required to form a company, and what is the procedure, and the ultimate thing is what are the documents that is required to form a private limited company. Firstly, formation of a company is very simple and can be done online with Regular Tax OPC Private Limited. And how much time does it require? It takes about 15 to 20 days to complete your registration procedure. Again, in certain cities, it takes just 7 working days to complete the entire procedures. Again, in some cities, it requires more than 20 days to complete the registration process. It depends on the complications. And what is the total cost required to form a company? So, I would say it required 8,000 to 10,000 to complete your registration process, including DSC and DIN and other procedures, and including government fee. And what is the procedure? To start a private limited company, we have to follow the basic 3 important procedures. I'm going to talk about that. The first one is application for DIN, and then second one is name approval, and the third one is submission of your registered office proofs with the MCA portal. These are the 3 important procedures we have to follow, and it can be done in online with Regular Tax. Now I'm going to talk about the first one, application for DIN. Every private limited company in India has to have 2 minimum directors, and then these 2 minimum directors should produce the basic documents, because in order to get your DIN number it is required to submit certain basic documents. So what are the important documents? So PAN card copy, and then address proof, and an address proof can be your Aadhaar card or rental agreement on electricity bill, or driving license, voter ID and passport. Anything can be acceptable. And along with these 2 important documents, you also have to submit your passport size photo. So these are the 3 important documents required to apply for your DIN. So this is the first step. And the second important step is name approval. So you might have thought of your own company name. However, you have to follow certain basic norms and rules that is prescribed by the MCA portal. So what is the basic rules that you have to follow? I'm going to talk about that. So the name of the company should always include 2 important parts. The first part should always indicates your uniqueness, and the second part is that indicates your nature of business. So for better understanding, I'm going to give you certain examples. For example, Infosys Technologies Private Limited. Infosys here is the unique name that they selected, and then Technologies is that indicates their nature of business. And another example is Tata Motors. Tata is the unique name, and in Motors that indicates the nature of business. So this is how we should select. And in our case, Regular Tax. So Regular, it is a unique name that we selected, and then taxation, since we provide our legal and professional services in India, we selected taxation as our second part. So the combination of these 2 parts says Regular Tax. So this is how we should select our name. And then let us move on to the third and the final step, that is submission of your registered office proof, address proof with the MCA. So registered office can be your own property or it can be your rental property. I'm going to talk about what are the documents required for the own property and what are the documents required for the rental property. Now let us focus on the rental property. If your registered office is a rental property, then the rental agreement is required, and another important is the non-objection certificate from your owner. These are the 2 mandatory requirements that we need. And then if it is your own property, then also we require certain documents like your electricity bill and an agreement it could be, or sometime the sales deal and some taxation proofs. So these are the basic required documents required in case of own property. So this is about 3 important steps. So I'm going to repeat all 3 important steps. That is application of DIN, and then second important thing is our getting your company name, and then third important is your submission of your office proof with the MCA. So these are the 3 important steps. Along with these important steps, we also have to focus on other important. I'm going to briefly explain what are the other important things. So drafting of MOA and AOA. So the Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association are 2 important legal documents are required by the private limited company. What is this? Don't worry about this in legal terms. It is like huge, but then let me briefly explain what it is. So it indicates your nature of business, shareholding pattern, your company address, and what are the services you are providing. So all basic information and all the details of your company. So these 2 important documents are important. And other important, how we are going to actually apply for the company incorporation. We have SPICE. So the first thing what we have to do is we have to register our company. We have to register our account in MCA portal, and there we have to log in and then submit all the documents in SPICE. In one submission it can be done. So this is about private limited company incorporation. That's it about the incorporation of a private limited company. If you want to register your company, please find our contact details and email address in description. You can always approach us. Thank you.